What's going on, everybody? It's TheNidien, and I'm bringing you another rush defense today because I had a blast terrorizing these guys. I cut the game short, just an FYI right off the bat, because the second half of this game was extremely boring. They didn't even make it into the tunnel. It was us sitting at the edge of the tunnel waiting for them to pop down and taking pop shots out till most of them quit the game. And it was just one of those things. But the first half of this was a ton of fun. And again, we're on Operation Metro. Go figure. I knew this map like the back of my hand from playing, 60 or 70 games. But I thought there was a vehicle in this. Now, either these guys didn't use a vehicle or they took the vehicle completely out of this. I've only played this on defense. I haven't been able to attack yet to see if there was a vehicle. But I was kind of surprised that they didn't roll up in a vehicle. I was kind of waiting for it. But either way, this was like the perfect example of some tips I can give people that are newer to Battlefield, or people that are not newer to Battlefield but are having a rough time getting to that point where they feel comfortable in Battlefield. Because I've seen a lot of videos lately saying just crazy things, that this game is worse than Black Ops, and basically just boils down to fanboyism and ignorance at the same time, though. I wanted to get the point out real quick again that a lot of people think that I have something out for Call of Duty. I don't have hate for Call of Duty. I do despise the fact that the last 2 years of games that they've put out have been complete crap, and nobody can deny that. Fanboys will say, "Oh, Modern Warfare 2 is not that bad," but it's the same guys that were screaming bloody murder a few months ago, and then Black Ops had its hit detection issues among many, many other things, so on and so forth, to the point where they were just crap games overall, no matter what anybody says. And that's what I despise. I'm picking up Modern Warfare 3. I'm going to be completely honest, I don't have high hopes for it. But hopefully they change my mind again and they come out with a solid product. And if they come out with a solid product, you're going to see a Modern Warfare 3 video, and I'm going to tell you it's a solid product. I'm not just going to crap on it knowing it's a solid product. I'm going to give you my fair opinion on it. But I've seen a lot of videos just talking crazy. Now, I don't know why people that hate a game so bad even play it, like Black Ops. I tried to give it a go as much as I could, but I ended up just saying screw it and return it. It's not worth it. But I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks that may be newer to Battlefield and kind of get you guys in the mode. Starters, people need to start knowing that these games need to be played different. If you're going to try to pop in the Battlefield and play Battlefield like Call of Duty, you're going to have a bad time, because people that are veterans of Battlefield and realize that they need to be called different are going to make your life a living hell, and you're going to go nowhere. You're going to get stomped, and then in turn, people's reaction it's not their fault, it's the game's fault. So the game sucks because they suck at it. So one thing you guys are going to want to do, first and foremost, my number one tip is map awareness. You have to be ready for what Battlefield brings. They bring larger maps. People can flank all the way around. You got to realize that you're going to have a team that about 80% of them don't pay attention, so somebody has to pay attention. And if it's you, you're that much better off because you see the vehicles going around the left side. You see the guys running it up the back, setting up mobile spawns, and you can go pick them off and pretty much save the mission all on your own. So you can lone wolf it to a certain point. But map awareness, I stress a lot, and you're probably going to hear it a million times before the end of time of Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 3 comes out, or whatever is next. But map awareness, just pay attention, know where the guys are coming from. If you have a whole team over here on B, somebody's got to watch A. So you're going to want to filter back and forth between the two if you can. There's certain maps where you can't. You have to kind of pick an area and kind of hold it down, and you may be able to go back and forth between certain areas, but you may not be able to get from A to B effectively enough, and you're going to be wasting time in those stretches trying to get through all these alleyways and going through buildings and this and that, and you may run into problems. You may die on the way there, and then the ENCOM station that you wanted to kind of watch is being taken, and then the respawn time and everything else, and you can't get back, and then it's mission over. You're getting pushed back, and it starts to fall apart. So that's one thing I've noticed a lot recently in a lot of the games I've been in, is entire teams focusing on one ENCOM station for whatever reason. And then the other one gets taken, which allows the enemy more flanking room among everything else. and then it just goes downhill. And then once it starts to go downhill, people get discouraged, people quit out. But at least when people quit out, we don't get host migration, so that's one good thing. Anyways, but map awareness is my number 1 tip. My number 2 tip would be target control. And I fail at this, and this is why I'm bringing this game specifically while I'm talking about this, because I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to target control and not paying attention. In the beginning here, I'm doing good. I'm paying attention. I see these guys. I'm spotting guys when they're running, just in case somebody decides to pick them up. But knife only when the timing is right. I see a lot of people trying to get them dog tags and running, just chasing people across the board, trying to knife them while this guy's shooting 4, 5, 6, 7 of his teammates just to get those dog tags off. And even then, I've seen people get turned on and killed trying to get a knife. I've had people run at me trying to get that knife off. Just shoot the guy. Shoot the guy and be done with it. Don't knife until the timing is perfect, until you know that you're not going to be taken out or 18 of your teammates are going to be taken out because you wanted a set of dog tags. I mean, I can't tell you how to play, but if you're having a rough time, that could be part of the situation. And that starts to deal with playing Battlefield like Call of Duty. But either way, target control. If you're having, and you're going to see this in a little bit, but if you're focusing on one guy too long, if you just can't get him, if he's a crafty kind of guy and you can't take him out really quick, get away from him. Go, leave him be for a minute. Act like you're running off, if anything, and cut and circle back around, because most likely they'll see you run and they'll get up from their position, and then you can take them out anyways. But don't spend too much time on one guy. Don't focus on one area too long, because what that's going to do is there's a lot of flanking rooms, there's a lot of buildings, crawlways, everything people can get to you and take you out. So that's my second tip, is target control. Just be wary of, don't spend too much time on certain people. And this is right here, you see these guys, map awareness. I'm using a shotgun. The thing doesn't have a silencer on it. The mini-map, I should have been glowing like the sun on these guys' mini-map, and they just didn't pay attention whatsoever because they're focusing on a certain area. And then, but my third tip is class switching. Now, there's going to be certain times like this where you run out of ammo and you need to pick up somebody's class. Now, you may get lucky and be able to pick up a support class and get some ammo and then go back and pick up your class and have your weapon and just be rolling, and it's a smooth rotation. But like this, I go pick up a recon kit and the guy's got a shotgun. Now, luckily, it worked out pretty well for me. But I've picked up some crazy combinations, like people are using assault rifles with assault scopes in a close quarters map, among many other things, and it's just it's mind-boggling at some point as to where it goes. And so you got to be ready as to what you're going to pick up. That was a fail on my part. I should have had that guy bad reaction time, but I go 16-0 right off the get. But either way, you got to be ready for what you're going to be picking up, because it could be anything. So use it as much as possible. Like if you pick up something in a close quarter map with a rifle scope on it, just try to kill the next guy and get rid of it, or go just switch the pistol and be more comfortable. Because some of these people, and I wonder why they can't do very well, is because they don't set up their classes for the maps that they're going to be running. They just think everything's going to be wide open when that's not the case. But that's my 3 tips for today. Is class switching. Class switching helps out immensely. Get yourself some ammo. If your buddy, the medic next to you, dies, switch over to his class, res him up, switch back to your class. Boom, he's back to medic. He's alive, you're alive. You guys are pressing forward again. And here's exactly what I'm talking about as far as target control goes. Now, I failed on killing them 2 guys. I should have had at least one of them, but I didn't get either of them. And I start to focus on this guy. I start to, I'm shooting RPGs at him. I'm not hitting him, obviously. He's suppressing the crap out of me. And I end up getting myself killed just like this because I wasn't paying attention. And I should have just let him rot and focused on where this guy was coming from, to be completely honest. So that's one thing you got to pay attention to. It's not campers. Campers are going to be in every game. Campers are in Call of Duty. Campers are in Resistance 3. Campers are in Crisis. Campers are in Battlefield. Campers are going to be everywhere. People got this false sense of security with their KD ratio and think that it's going to save the world for them. And it's just one of those things. People like to camp, and as much as I complain about it, at the same time, I'm not spending the $60. They did buy the game. I didn't buy the game. I can't really tell them how to play. The thing with Battlefield, though, is they're more easily taken care of than, say, Call of Duty due to the destructible environments, the map size, the vehicles. You have a lot more options to get rid of the campers, and the game really doesn't have those camper-friendly attachments, the camper-friendly, they can barricade themselves in, where Call of Duty, you could have campers just barricade themselves in and going for that revenge kill. And that's what I think gets a lot of people. They get killed by a sniper way off, and they keep running back to that same spot because they get in that mindset, I can take this guy out. And about the 6th time they get killed by him, they're complaining that he's camping. Well, it's really, he is camping, but it's your fault for going back to the same spot 6 times instead of flanking him. So it's just one of those things. People need to kind of get out of the fanboyism issue. I like Battlefield. And like I said, I gave my points on Call of Duty, and hopefully, here's the hope in Call of Duty comes out, and is, proves me wrong for 1 year. 1 year out of the 3, prove me wrong, please. Otherwise, it's going to go right back to the shelf where I think it's going to go anyways. But, that's one thing we're going to have to take. But that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully, some tips will help some of you people out having a hard time. Have a great day. Peace.